From the Pacific Northwest. Yes, here we are. It's Friday. Time to get a little folky and do a quick check in. I'm here in beautiful Hood River, Oregon. And oh my goodness, I want to show you the view in this random conference room that I found that no one's kicked me out of yet. So that's positive. Check out this view. Wow, that's the Hood River right there, here in Oregon. And I'm in a random conference room that no one has kicked me. No one's kicked me out of yet. So that's my status update. Hope y'all are doing great out there. And I'm Eli Lev, if you don't know me. Most of you do, though, so that's cool. And I'm here doing our Folk Friday that we've been doing for the last 3 years, 3.5 years now. And we are rocking, y'all. It is over halfway of tour, and I'm out here in the Pacific Northwest. I played a show in Washington 2 nights ago, and now I'm in Oregon. And it is really pretty out here. And it's time to celebrate. It's Folk Friday, and we are live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. And let's check the chat and see who we've got here. We've got Megan Phillips on YouTube. Hi, Megan. Great to see you. And we've got Antoinette on Facebook and Judy Holly as well. Hey there, Linda. Great to see everyone. If you're just chiming in, please send a comment. Let me know you're here. And I'd love to know how you're doing today. Give me a quick check-in to see how you're doing. Did you have anything awesome happen to you this week? Anything you're thankful for lately? Just let me know. Let's get started with some good vibes, and I'll get us started. I'm very thankful that I had a pretty high-profile radio show and interview on the Spokane Public Radio. It's an NPR-affiliated station. Has about 70,000 listenership reach. And they did such an amazing job with the interview, the recording, the space itself, their social media. It was just all really awesome and on point. They treated me really kindly. I got to play 4 songs, actually, on the show, and got to talk about my projects and stuff. So it was really cool. So I'm feeling very grateful for that. That was a big win this last week. Hey there, Len. Good to see you. Happy Folk Friday, everyone. I am here in a random conference room somewhere in Hood River, Oregon, and we'll see how long I can be here before they kick me out. But I want to check in and say hello. And, thank you, John. Great to see you out there on YouTube. And yes, last night I got to stay at some dear family friends, their house in Portland, Oregon. So I got to do some laundry, I got a shower, I got a clean face, I had like a nice like homemade breakfast. And, it's just like days like that, time where I can connect with dear friends and just get some time in a house, in a home, in a bed. It's just, it's pretty awesome. So feeling refreshed today and feeling good. Thanks for noticing, John. Appreciate you. And Linda says, oh, that Spokane interview was wonderful. They were so good to me. Yes, Linda. And the space was awesome. It was like, beautiful carpets. It was a converted fire station, and they still had the bronze poles. They left them in there, which was so cool. And they had these automatic acoustic panels that would come down across the walls to change the acoustic landscape of the room. It was pretty cool. So yeah, that was my week. Let me know about your week. How are you doing? What are some fun things you're up to? Anything you want to share with our levitators here? Let me know. Here for year 2, and I'm actually wearing representing my Wild Whispers T-shirt today. This is my duo group with my partner Megan Lee, and I will be seeing her in almost a week, which I'm very excited about in LA. So that's pretty cool. Lynn, I love that gratitude. Thank you. Lynn says, I'm thankful that you're willing to take the time to share your tour with everyone. Yeah, it's absolutely a pleasure, and it helps me to stay connected and let folks know how I'm doing. And I hope you're enjoying the ride. You know, it's getting out to all these places in the West Coast and, you know, Montana and Texas. It just like, I hope to bring some of that, you know, experience to you all out there. And thanks for being up for the adventure and joining me on the adventure as well. So thank you, Lynn. I want to show you again the view here on this random conference room, and I don't know how I find these places, but I just do. Check out this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous view. That's the Hood River down there, and I don't know what mountains those are, but it is a very pretty day. There is kite surfing going on out there, and blue skies. Pretty nice day for driving as well. So I wanted to share that with you. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey there, Andre's here, and let's get some music going on, shall we? I'm gonna rock some Move As You Do, and we're gonna jam. Internet's thankful her internet came back on for 11 hours. Oh my goodness. Wow, you felt like a cave woman. Internet. That is amazing. I'm glad your internet's back on. Let's jam out to some Move As You Do, shall we? We'll get started on our Folk Friday. I'm so glad y'all are here hanging out with me. And let's rock. Let's see if this works. Let me know if you can hear the audio okay.
Getting married after 30 is still beautiful. Starting a family after 35 years is still possible. And buying your first house after 40 is still a boss-ass move. Don't let people rush you with their time.
Hey, Cindy.
Just move
Howdy,
as
Don.
you.
Happy Folk Friday,
Just
everyone.
move as you. Turning gray after 26 looks pretty good on you. Taking a year to go and travel the world. Could be when you're 42. Still in love with your soul at 80. Drinking your coffee and going on dates. There's no rushing.
Hi, Sarah.
No timelines.
Hey,
Just
Cam.
move as you. Just move as you. Just move as you. Just move as you.
Yeah, hey, Sarah.
When you're 16, full of dreams, they'll tell you how it should be. Just go on and make your own life. Don't let people rush you with their timelines. Just move as you. Just move as you. Just move as you. Just move as you. Just move as you.
There it is. Move As You Do. Love that tune. And we are moving as we do in here on Folk Friday. Good to see everyone. Thank you, Megan. Megan has an awesome comment here. Megan says, I loved listening to your radio interview and watching the performances of the 2 songs you performed. All of it was amazing. That was a huge deal, Megan. Thank you. Yes, Spokane Public Radio. I got to play Growing Up and Growing Down and treason and dancing on the lawn and singing along for the first time. It was a great show, and the guy had such a good radio voice. I love good radio voices. I was like, "Do you warm up your voice in the morning?" He's like, "No, I just drink coffee." It's like, well, that's cool. But we had a great time over there, and thanks for the love, y'all. Thanks for checking out that interview. Let me see if I can just pop the link in the chat here if you haven't. Here it is. And if you want to check out the whole audio, there it is. And there's 2 video performances there as well. EJ Iannelli, he's a good dude. And yeah, you can check it out there. Thanks to everyone for giving it a listen and a watch as well. Also, shout out to Emily. Emily says, "I wish you could have come to a HEAD conference." I do too. It's so hard to fit those in. And I think in the future, Emily, I will be looking to do more kind of like professional engagements like that. So let's be in touch, because we could figure some ways out that, I can provide some entertainment for the conference. I'd love to do that. Great, everyone's here. You're welcome, Megan, and thank you, Sarah. It's so good to see you. Hope you and the family are well. Let's see what tour is looking like and where we're going to next. All right, we are out here on the West Coast now, and here are the shows that are coming. I've got 3 in Seattle and 5 more in Oregon. I'll be kind of going back and forth between there. Then I'm going down here to Ashland, Oregon, before heading into California. I've got one up here in Arcata, another one in Shenandoah, and then a bunch in the Bay Area, including one in Davis, California, almost near Sacramento. One down here in Capitola, and then I'll be heading out through Reno, and we're going to Vegas, baby, yeah. Las Vegas and Boulder City, Nevada. So if you've got friends or family out on the West Coast, let them know I'm coming. Or if you're on the West Coast, I'd love to see you. Tonight I'll be at the Emeralds of Siam. Let me kind of zoom in here. And then I'm heading to Cottage Grove, and then I'll be in Tigard, is how they call it. It's so interesting learning how to pronounce all these names. Then Eugene, Oregon, Ashland, Oregon, Redmond at High Desert Music Hall. I'm excited for this one. Another one in Salem. And then I've got a few more in Washington. This one's right on the coast, which will be really cool. And then I've got an Ursa Live. If you're unable to see me on the road, no worries. I'm doing a live stream July 31st. It's Ursa Live. And it's 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can go to my tour dates and click on here to say notify me. It'll notify you of that date. So I'll put that link in the chat. Thank you, Antoinette got it. She's on it. You're awesome. Emily says we're in Baltimore in 2024. Amazing. Emily, let's connect on that. Hopefully we can make that work. We'd love to jump in there. John says, love your performance and interview on Spokane. Yes, it was a huge accomplishment. Thank you, John. And I'm just getting more and more of these. This tour was really big for the TV, live performances and radio, and get a lot of press love. So the needle is moving, and it just takes a while. It just takes a while, It's not one of those things that just happens overnight, and I'm learning about this more and more as I'm, in my independent musician days. It's like, it's just a consistency, just showing up over and over again, letting people know that I'm out here, that I'm dedicated, that I'm ready, to do the thing. And I think when people see that, some folks aren't even they look at my email the first time and they don't, even open it. Then they see me send an email the second time, oh, let me open it this time. And the third time, they consider it, and then the fourth time, they actually reply and tell me no. But the fifth time, they reply and say, hey, maybe we should have you on the show. So sometimes it just takes that much, communication and connection to make things happen. But sometimes it's the first time around, they hear the music and they love it, and they're like, yes, let's get you on the show. So happy Folk Friday, everyone. This is great. I have got this really cool spot here. This is a random conference room somewhere in Hood River. I have to smell out these places to figure out where to connect with on Folk Friday. And I want to show you the view right now in this just random conference room I'm at in the public library. So this is the view. It is very pretty. That is the Hood River out there. They've got some kite surfing going on. It's a beautiful day. There's like 20 different kites out there. Mountains in the background, blue skies. So a good day for driving and a good day for hanging out in a random conference room with something on the whiteboard out there. I don't know what that is, but all right. It is a great view and good to see everyone. We're broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch right now. So shout out to everyone. Happy Folk Friday. Good to see you. Let's get another song in here before we keep on rocking, and I'll let you know some very exciting news about an upcoming release. So let's see if we can get another song on here, and then we will share some news with you. Let's do this one. It's time to go anywhere we can go.
Told me won't Bloomington, Indiana. Told me won't you slow down, son. Flagstaff, Arizona. Showed me where we all come from.
Hey, I love that. If you have questions for me about the tour, let me know in the chat.
Silver
I'll
Spring,
answer them in
Maryland.
just a moment.
Is
Thanks,
where
Judy.
I got this old guitar.
Thanks, Kay. Any questions, pop in the chat.
Aaron, Saul, and Dora is where I first fell for her. Let's go east, running down the river. West, we've already been south, yeah, and it feels like home. But my true north, anywhere we can go. Church, North Virginia,
Northern Virginia.
where we took our first steps. Santa Cruz, California, that was one hell of a trip. Skokie, Illinois, is where you met Dad for the first time. And Sayulita, Mexico, is where I said, will you be mine? So let's go east, running down the river. West, we've already been there. South, yet it feels like home. But my true north is anywhere we can go. Whoa, whoa.
Hey everyone, happy Folk Friday.
Anywhere we can go. Whoa. It's anywhere we can go. Anywhere we can go. Anywhere we can go. Let's go east, running down the river west. We've already been there. South, yeah, it feels like home. But my true north is anywhere we can go.
Nothing like dancing to your own song. It's hilarious. That was Anywhere We Can Go. Thanks for rocking along with me on that one. And we got some really good questions here in the chat about tour, and I'm happy to share. These are good ones. Let's get to Judy's question. Judy says, do you get lonesome on the road? Do you get awed by the beauty of the earth and the appreciation of the people you meet? Yeah, that's a three-parter. Let's start with the first part, Judy. Do I get lonesome on the road? Well, it's interesting because I'm around people all the time, you know? But, you know, I do miss my family, my mom and dad, my sister, and my niece and my nephew. I miss Megan, so I'm excited to see her in a week. That'll be nice. I miss the farm, and John and Cindy and all the Burtners and, you know, feeding the horses in the morning and being around the family. So yeah, you know, every once in a while I miss my peoples, but I'm around good people all the time. So I'm absolutely awed by the appreciation of the people that I meet on tour, which is great. So I know that I'm doing something good. So Judy, before I started doing music, I had this moment where I was in the last semester of my master's degree in Indiana. And I decided to go on a solo trip for 2 weeks out to a beach in Mexico near Sayulita. And I camped there at the beach for 2 weeks, just me and my travel guitar. And I started singing my songs to nature, to the ocean, to the sand, the waves. It was just me out there. And I was listening a lot. And I went into a conversation with the space. And I kind of said, thank you for an amazing life. You know, nothing really terrible has happened to me. I accomplished a lot. I got to see the world, literally. People are happy or healthy, and I just had an overwhelming sense of gratitude. And in that moment, Judy, I was like, I'm good. I'm done. So whatever you need me to do, whoever you are, from here on out, I give my consciousness and my abilities and my time here on Earth to you. So whatever that is, it's up to you. I'm down for it. And I got back the response from the trees and the sand and the ocean that it just might be music, and it just might be sharing my songs with people. And interestingly enough, I have been training my whole life for this moment, for being on tour. I've done, solo bike trips in Arizona. I did a 2-month solo bike trip in Spain, from Andorra down to Cadiz. Sleeping in ditches with snakes and the spiders. My travel guitar on the back of my bicycle. So I'm ready for it, and it is essentially a life of service that I'm trying to lead now. I'm not even trying; it's just happening. So I know that all of those sacrifices, that sometimes, yes, I can get lonely, and sometimes it's very difficult just to keep going. I know all those sacrifices are for a good reason, and it's to share the music to the people that I see on tour. It's to share these music and the song to people all over the world. I'm about to hit 1 million listeners on Spotify over the last 4 years. That's insane. I can't even grasp that. So 1 million human beings have heard at least 30 seconds of my music. So it's happening, and all that is part of it. So it's all part of it. So yes, I get lonesome, but I am very appreciative of my ability to do this. And, I'm just happy that I'm able to, serve through music, essentially. And all the time, I get awed by the beauty of the earth. The United States is just such a beautiful country, and it has so many different diverse people and landscapes and cultures. So, whether I'm in Texas or Maine or Oregon or Montana or Kentucky, it's just, it's a beautiful country to be able to travel around in. So, great 3-part question. And I hope that was a good enough answer for you. It's all part of it. It's all part of the journey. So thank you, Judy. And got some other questions coming in here too. Hey there, Kay. Good to see you. Kay, I'm in Hood River, Oregon right now. I've got a show tonight in Richland, Washington. And then I've got like a bunch of Oregon and Washington shows the next few days, so rocking. And any more questions here? Doing good. Okay, great. Yeah, all right. Happy Folk Friday, everyone. We are broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I am here on a random conference room, and I've got a beautiful view. I want to show you. I like find all these like little spaces on tour that like hopefully no one's in. So I haven't gotten kicked out yet, but this is what I'm looking at on this side, and that's the that is Hood River back there. It's a beautiful day. We've got some kite surfers out there. There's about like 20 or 30 kite surfers practicing on the river. And I am feeling refreshed and rejuvenated after being able to stay at some family friend's house last night after my show here. It was in Gresham, Oregon. So yeah, doing well. You're welcome, Judy. Thanks for your question. That means a lot. And yeah, I do, I believe in transparency. I believe in, just because I feel like that builds trust, you know what I mean? So, the main reason why I'm doing this is out of service, and music is really just kind of like my way to connect with others, to help people have a better day or a better week or a better life. I've got some amazing messages over the years that I keep all together in this thing called, it's my vault of good vibes. And anytime someone sends me like a really, a nice, kind message by email or by text or by social media or even by like a chat in Folk Friday, I actually take screenshots of them and I put them in this one document. And I connect with that document every morning. So every morning when I wake up, I have this whole process that I go through to make sure that I'm like in the right mindset, positive mindset. And my vault of good vibes just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's pretty awesome. So thank you for all of your messages to me, letting me know what the music means to you, and that means a lot to me. And I keep track of it. I absolutely appreciate it and connect with it every day, actually. So pretty cool. Let's do one more tune, and then I'll answer a question from Irene. Hello, Irene. And then we'll wrap up our Folk Friday as I get to my next show. Let's do As It Is. I'm feeling As It Is right now. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. All right, let's get into it. The sky is changing from indigo into blue, and I am changing too, for the first and the last time. The earth is trembling, and I am trembling too. Howdy, Jeff. It makes me feel alive. It's the only thing I know. You got it, Kim. Thanks for being here. There's a winding road behind me, a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll sink into the shoreline and slowly disappear into it all, as it always was, as it really is. As it always was. As it really is. And there's a wildfire behind me, an orchard ahead. Will you come with me and taste all of it? We'll turn into magpies and fly on the fiery wind above it all. As it is. There's a winding road behind me,
a straight path ahead. Will you come with me to the water's edge? We'll dance for forever and slowly disappear into it all. As it always was, as it really is. Into it all. As it is. Into it all. Love that song. So sorry about my miming abilities. I just have so much fun with that. Sorry, you're welcome. Jeff is here. Great to see you, Jeff. Eli, been a while. Almost missed you. Just saying hello. Appreciate the howdy. So good to hear from you, Jeff. And we've got a question from Irene that I'm happy to answer as well. Best moment on tour. It's hard. You know, it's like there are definitely some amazing shows that I've just really enjoyed. 2 nights ago, I was in a place called McMinimans, and they like redo these like older historic places, and it was an old school, actually. It was called the Anderson School. And I was in a stage, it's called the Grove Stage, and it was under all these trees and this courtyard and this old school, this like, you know, really fancy restaurant like all around. And I played 3 sets, and the audience would like not let me stop. They asked me back for like 3 or 4 or 5 encores, I think. They just like kept requesting songs, and you know, it was outside. It was a beautiful evening. You know, the lights, and you know, had like the fairy lights everywhere. So that was a special moment. I don't know if it was the best moment, but it was great. So you know, there's all these like little kind of like shows that stick out, but there's also these moments where I'm traveling that are just like, you know, I got to hike. I went on a hiking trail a few days ago on my way from Leavenworth, Washington into the Portland area. And I drove like 3 miles on this dirt road to get there. And I finally got there, and you know, it was these like huge ponderosa pines like way out there in the Washington forest, and it reminded me a lot of my time in Andorra. Andorra is very mountainous. It's a small country between Spain and France. I lived there for 3 years, and it brought back a lot of great memories from hiking in the mountains. And there's a certain smell, you know, of like just a warm kind of like sunny day. It's just piney and earthy, and it was just like it was a really special moment. And it was just me hanging out on the trail, and I actually got to, the trail met up with the Pacific Coast Trail, the PCT, and so I got to walk on that a little bit too, which is pretty awesome. So lots of fun moments along the way. All right, let's see if we've got any other questions here. And, oh, you're welcome, Megan. Megan says, all the songs are wonderful. Thank you for sharing them on the live stream. My pleasure. And yes, one of the highlights of my entire life was meeting Antoinette. And Don and Debbie, all at the same show. That was a wild one. That was so cool. So definitely one of the highlights of my entire life. That was one of them. All right. And the air show is in town. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, beautiful. Well, love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me on Folk Friday. It's time for me to get to my next gig, and all my best your way from Hood River, Oregon. I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest for the next week or so, and then you know, you can take a look at my tour dates and see where I'm going next.
I've got some California dates as well. So take a look at them. I'll pop that in the chat one more time. And we'll be in, here I am tonight. The Emerald of Siam. That'll be fun, near Kennewick. So check out the tour schedule. I'll be in Washington and Oregon and California coming up before heading back home. So it's been quite the tour. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Thanks for chatting me. Let me know you're here. All my best to you, Lynn and Antoinette and Megan and Linda and Andrea and Jeff, Kim. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Judy. Thanks, Irene and Sarah and Kay. Don, good to see you here. Emily, big shout out to you as well. And Sarah Tooney from Shanto. I miss it out there. Thanks for tuning in, Cindy and Lynn and John Moon. All my best to everyone who has been tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your Folk Friday. Hope to see you on tour. Let your friends and family know I'm coming their way if they're anywhere on the West Coast. And if not, I've got an Ursa live stream coming up. So check my tour schedule for that. And I will be sharing songs and stories on that one. Awesome, y'all. Have a great weekend ahead. All my best. Rock on and keep on levitating. Bye now.